you don't know, I say as the crowd goes, you go hush. Are you ready? As the crowd goes.
We're here at our first rest stop of our falling water trip, and I'm here with Mr. Didra. So how's the day been going so far?
All right, good start, I think. So we're on time. We're ready to go. I'm excited for falling water trip number 11.
So Morgan, what are you most excited about for today?
I'm really excited to get in Pittsburgh and see Pittsburgh actually, because I've never been there. And it just seems like it's a really fun trip because it's well talked about. So I'm really excited to get started on it.
Here we are with Mr. Hannah. So you excited?
I'm very excited. I have mentioned Frank Lloyd Wright in history classes when I started teaching. Never really ever thought I was going to get to see one of his buildings firsthand. So I'm very excited about that.
And we're definitely excited to have you with us here. Hopefully you took the advice of the brochure and brought an umbrella. Raise your hand if you brought an umbrella.
Heck yeah.
What appears to be the top of the building is quite detached. That's your weekend guest and staff quarters, but literally it comes out of the hill and cascades into the stream. So a lot of people who come to visit Falling Water can't find the front door. They walk right by. And it's very cave-like and recessed. And the idea, of course, is that on the other side of it, space and light.
Yeah, come on in. Yeah, thanks.
So much room for activity.
Thanks for coming today. Welcome. Welcome, everyone.
Give it a
good tug.
So immediately you appreciate the space. And your attention is always the view. It's panoramic, it's contrived. I call it wallpaper. It changes very distinctly with each season. The house pretty much insists that you acknowledge the environment. You're part of it. Largest space in the building. This is the social communal space. And by contrast, the upper levels are simply private sleeping quarters. So quite a different feel for you. Sir, master suite. And these are the famous corner windows. Instant ventilation.
Mr. Hannah, what do you think of the house so far?
I am amazed by all of this. I was telling Mr. Didra that when I taught history full time, I used to always talk about Frank Lloyd Wright and Falling Water, but I never really, it's just amazing. Amazing, I love it. I hope all you guys do too.
What do you think? Different than you thought it would be?
Yeah.
Could you spend a weekend?
Yeah, definitely. I think I spend a summer.
My life. It was nice, yeah.
What
I guess I'll move.
What strikes you about the building?
It's not a constant size, the space isn't one consistent space. It fluctuates a lot.
But in the same sense, everything is very similar.
Yeah. The same tone. Certain aspects of it made me really claustrophobic in a good way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's the focus.
The little pieces that just brought everything together.
The detail.
Now this house is designed on a hexagonal grid. If I were to close off the entryway to the courtyard, we would be standing here in one large hexagon. I'd like for you also to notice that we do have a copper roof system. Imagine what it looked like when it was first installed, looking like a brand new shiny penny. I'd also like for you to notice the window pattern on the front side and the front side only of the home. This is also a Usonian design concept called a clear story window. Now Mr. Wright would design Usonian homes for community style or neighbor to neighbor living. He then put a design in that window and called it a poor-man stained glass. This design that you see is very unique to the home as it's an aerial representation of each room of the house, just turned in different ways to give it that beautiful pattern. These
What did you think of Kentuck Knob compared to Falling Water?
It wasn't as good, but it was really awesome.
I don't know. I'd like a house here instead of Hip Underground up there.
Which one did you guys like better, Kentuck Knob or Falling Water?
I like Frank Lloyd Wright, so I'm glad we got a chance to see a comparison between, I mean, Falling Water was so much nicer to look at. Yeah, but I can still see, you just get the feeling of Frank Lloyd Wright by being in there. He still has all the same fundamental stuff. So I enjoyed them both.
Yeah.
I like the briefcase.
You like that? Yeah, it's a nice touch, isn't it?
Big decision.
Isn't it? Go for it. We are about to enter one of the most expensive resorts in Pennsylvania, the Nemacolin Woodlands Resort. We will be unloading the buses, taking off our belongings that we will need for the entire evening. And you are in for a treat. From the time you sit down and the army of servers come to your table, you will enjoy every moment of it. Relax, have a nice dinner. How's the day been so far? Awesome. And the crowd goes!
Hush.
Raise your hand, don't say a word. Raise your hand if you're full.
I am.
I am too.
I can eat more.
Okay, we are going to take our full bellies over to Falling Rock. They're going to shuttle us. So we'll get our coats, we'll meet out in the main lobby out here. The shuttles will come, we'll get in the shuttles, we'll go in like a 1-minute shuttle ride across the Falling Rock. On your right, as we pass, you will see an astounding building. It's called Falling Rock because of what? What do you think?
There's waterfall falling in.
There are very simulations, a lot of simulations of falling water within and outside. There's a pool that's a infinity pool right now. Yeah, it's an infinity pool. And we're going to go in there tonight. So you'll see
Swimming in the infinity pool?
No, we're not going swimming. No. Okay, and we're thanking you not just for this awesome tour, but I told them, I told them that the lodge is closed, but you're opening it just for them.
We're good.
Just for
The
them.
lodge, yeah, that'll be cool.
Yes.
So, you you mind if I show one more thing in the basement?
In the basement?
Yeah.
It's the hotel jail.
Yeah, it's the hotel jail.
All right, let's do it. One final for this day as the crowd goes. Okay, it's been a very long but awesome day. We did a lot in one day, that's for sure. Many people have said, Mr. Didra, this is the longest day of my life. It was incredible, but we couldn't have done it without a lot of people. And Andrew and his daughter Sam. Very nice of them to come here, open us up just so you can see this. They supplied the s'mores and the hot chocolate. Say that again? They supplied the s'mores and the hot chocolate. And if you want some more, you can have some more, Devin.
Six. I'm at
So,
6.
tomorrow we need to leave here by 8 o'clock on the shuttles. Jim will have the bus warmed up. The shuttles will pick you up at 8 o'clock. Go up to the bus and we'll head to Pittsburgh. Any questions? Alright, and this is near the end of day 1.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's great to have you with us. This building is just such a treasure to us. It was built in 1916 and was one of the, really is the iconic hotel, obviously, in Pittsburgh. And the lobby's really the focal point of the hotel. It always has been. But it talks about the part that this lobby has played in the history of Pittsburgh and all of the luminaries, dignitaries, and different people that have met here over the years. We're going to take you up and we're going to show you the Grand Ballroom and the Urban Room, which are both connected to each other, but it's one of the only remaining two-tiered ballrooms that's still left in the country. Okay, so back in the old days when they built hotels historically, generally they would always top the hotel off with the crowning jewel, which is their Grand Ballroom, and this is no exception, obviously. So this does date to 1916 when the hotel opened. At one time, it was the largest hotel from Chicago all the way to New York and all the way down to Florida, so the entire East Coast. We're going to look at the Urban Room, and the Urban Room is on the National Register of Historic Landmarks, and it's the room that's connecting to this one. And I'll ask you to go ahead and step in there, and I'll give you a little bit of the history of that room as well. Really a neat, kind of an Art Deco type looking room. So, the Urban Room, as you can see, a completely different look from what you saw in the Grand Ballroom. This room was designed by a gentleman and named after a gentleman by the name of Joseph Urban. He actually designed 3 rooms like this. There was this one, there was one in Chicago and one in New York, and the other 2 have been torn down. This is the only one that still remains. He did hand paint all the murals that you see on the wall, and he actually painted the ceiling mural, which is called the Tree of Life. You guys can see this is a really, really small room. It's kind of hidden, it's tucked, low ceiling, right? You know, one of the things about speakeasies was what? Everybody had an escape route, right? Because the police used to raid them. So this one was no different. You'll see the door in the back corner back there. So there's a hallway that goes behind that door. It runs all the way down the front side of the building. And that was where everybody used to run whenever the police would raid the speakeasy.
This is Warren. Say hi, Warren.
Hi.
Okay, so we're all here. If you're not, raise your hand. Okay, good. We're going on the subway. Warren's going to lead the way.
If you're wearing matching cardigans, you have to stay in the back of the train. Other than that, we're all set. Okay?
Welcome. When you think of Heinz, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Exactly, and it is that wonderful condiment that brings us to this building. The founder of the Heinz Company, Henry John Heinz, did many things in addition to making ketchup. He happened to be a university trustee. So one of his ideas about space was to build a skyscraper, which back in those days was not really well thought of. They didn't think it was such a great idea, but you know, with a skyscraper, you can of course house many more people in a smaller footprint. So the Cathedral of Learning was his brainchild. So anyway, because religion and education were very important to the Heinz family, they came up with the idea of a chapel. What better way to memorialize Henry John and their grandmother, Anna Margareta. And they all decided that Neo-Gothic was the way to go. In Neo-Gothic architecture, there are a lot of vertical lines and arches that point upward. And if you think about it, when you're in school, you have goals and ambitions, you're aspiring to do better, and you want to improve, and all of that lends itself to an upward feeling, right?
Oh man.
This building, called the Cathedral of Learning, was completed in 1937. It was built to meet the needs of additional classroom and office space. And one of the things that he set about was to build this large building that would be a beacon for education. It is not a mistake that it was built as a skyscraper to indicate the upward striving of education. And he immediately wanted the community to become involved. So within this building, there would be these fresh new classrooms. Why not invite the local ethnic communities to build a room in this building that would reflect, as he put it, the good things they brought to the United States as immigrants? They would form committees and raise funds and decorate the rooms to their liking.
What's up, Jack? Jack, tell us a little bit about the trip. We're on day 3, we're all tired. What was your favorite space? What was your favorite part?
Your favorite part was probably going to Pitt and checking out all like the different rooms that have. It was fun.
Here we are, it's day 3 at our last rest stop. Mr. Didra, what's your favorite part of the trip?
All the kids, absolutely. I mean, Falling Water's awesome, Conduct Knob's awesome, Nemacolin's incredible, yada yada yada, William Penn Omni's incredible, but just seeing the faces of all the kids and every little experience that they had throughout the trip is what makes it for me.
Hi, I'm here with Gwen Pacheco. Gwen, this is your second year, third year doing Falling Waters. What was different from the past 2?
Well, there's always different tour guides and different people, and everyone who comes on the trip really changes the environment of the trip, so it's always different every year because of that.
I'm here with Mr. Hanna. This is his first year on the trip. Mr. Hanna, what was your favorite part of the trip?
The best thing for me was to actually see history alive, looking at Falling Water and the cantilevers and the whole thing. And it's something that all of us who were on that trip, we can close our eyes and we can see, you remember from the view, that great, and we're going to be able to see that for the rest of our lives.
Hi, I'm here with Ben Whippy. This was his first year. He's in Mr. Didra's architecture class. Ben, what was your favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part was going to see Falling Water right at the beginning of the trip. Mr. Didra has hyped it up so much. I've seen so many pictures of it, and it was really cool to be able to walk through it and see that iconic view of being able to see all the cantilever parts. It was really awesome.
So we are early, and I'm just going to take a few minutes. I was going to say what someone already shouted out, and that is, every year we have Jim. We always get where we need to go on time, and he's an incredible guy. I'm so happy to have him with us. So now for you, I'll say this. This is 11th year, 11th. All right, this was a really smooth trip. And part of making it a smooth trip is all of you. Now I have something. It is the classic black Falling Water coffee mug with a jerky red interior. And I have one for everyone. So Mr. Bryan will be up with the box. You can gather your stuff. Thank you again. I'll see you. Oh, Mr. Hanna. I cannot forget this. Mr. Hanna.
Day 1, obviously the highlight, and maybe for all 3 days, was Falling Water. When we finished the tour of the building and we walked up to the view and we were able to look back and see the caterpillars and the Falling Water, and I know all of you, I hope, burned that picture in your mind, because never again will you look at a picture in a book or a magazine. You have a picture in your mind and you actually experienced it. All right, anyway, we have a student representative that is going to be coming up here.
We all chipped in to get you something because we know how much work you put into this trip. This is my 3rd year going on the trip, and every year it amazes me, and we all just really appreciate you, and we all hope you know that.
Yeah! Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm touched, and I appreciate it, and thank you. And sleep well tonight. Yeah. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.